All right, in this ACT and TSI review math lesson, we're going to be looking at rounding to place value. So we're really looking to round. And this is very important because it extends beyond ACT and TSIA. IB, you actually get points for being accurate with your rounding. You'll lose points if you are not accurate. So rounding is very important. It's going to be something that is going to be carrying from this year and next. So make sure you know how to round. What is rounding? Rounding is a way to make a number simpler while keeping it close to the original value. So if we took, for example, round 7.69 to the nearest whole number, if we thought of it as a number line, the nearest whole numbers are 7 and 8, where the midpoint being 7.5. The number 7.69 falls right here. And if we were looking at the number line, where is that closer to? Is it closer to 7 or 8? It's closer to 8. So we would round up. We're preserving kind of the closeness of the original value, but we're making it simple. We're going to just the whole number 8. So here we would just round up. Let's say you don't have a number line. How would we tackle that? Well, we kind of have a rounding rule or rounding property that we can follow. It's 3 steps. First step, you need to identify your place value. Where are we rounding to? After that, you need to look to the digit to the right. And we have a simple rule. If that digit to the right is 5 or more, the digit we're looking at, the place value, we round up. If that digit to the right is 4 or less, we keep the digit we're rounding to or looking at. The third step just cleans it up. So anything after where we're rounding to, if it's a whole number, we're going to turn them 0. If it is a decimal, we're just going to drop them. Okay? These charts kind of help us remember the rules. First, the chart to the right kind of just tells you helpful hints of where certain place values are. And the biggest thing that I would like to say about this is, remember, this is the decimal. It's the point. Anything to the left of that is a whole number part. So you have the ones, you have the 10, 100, and 1,000 place. Anything to the right of the decimal, we have the first digit is going to be the 10s, 100s, and 1,000s. Remembering this is just going to make your life a lot easier, especially on the ACT. So let's take a look at some examples. If we were to round 2.567 to the nearest 10th, you can see how this is hard to say, but going to the nearest 10th might be easier. If you forgot where the 10th place is, you can take a look at the chart. And the 10th place is one place after the decimal. Or if it helps, this is how this is a trick that you can take with you. The 10th place is really just 1 over 10. So if you ever forgot where the place value is, you just do 1 divided by 10, press enter. Do you see how we have 0.1? Where that 1 is, that's where you're going to round to. So no matter what, if you forget or take a look at the chart, you need to know where the place value is. So I'm going to take the number that I'm looking to, and I'm going to try to round it to the nearest 10th. What digit am I going to be looking at? Well, I'm going to be looking at this 5. That digit 5 is right after the decimal, and that's where I'm going to look. So really, I like to put a line kind of right here and divide my number when I'm rounding. And it's going to be helpful whether I round up or not. So step 1, identify where I'm going to round. I'm looking at the 5. Should I keep it or should I round it up to 6? Well, it's going to be based again on the digit to the right. And it's 6. So my rule says, hey, that 6 is 5 or more. So this 5 right here is going to go up to now 6. So this is, I'm going to be rounding up. So it's approximately 2.6. A few things right here. That's the approximate sign. It's like equal, but yeah, slightly. It's approximately equal. I like to think of it as like toothpaste. So I'm taking this number, and the closest or nearest 10th place is going to be 2.6. And if I looked at a number line like this, what I would see is that 2.5 and 2.6 are the nearest nearest 10th place to the number 2.567. The midpoint is 2.5. As you can see from the number line, it follows the rule that I was doing this is going to go up to 2.6. That is the nearest tenth. And a thing to point out, because this is a decimal, or I'm rounding after the decimal, the 6 and 7 go away. I don't care about them. The 6 was just used to identify whether or not I am past the midpoint. And I am past the midpoint, so I round up. And I got rid of these. I dropped the digits after the place value that I'm rounding to. And that works for decimals. Well, what about whole numbers? Well, let's take a look at this example down here. I'm taking the number 4,814, and I'm going to try to round it to the nearest 100. Well, the nearest 100 is this. That 1 right now is 3 places before the decimal. So where I'm going to be looking at is 3 places before the decimal, right here. Again, there's an invisible decimal right here. So 1, 2, 3, 3 digits before. I'm going to put a line just to help me go, okay, what I'm going to be doing. Am I going to be rounding up to 9, or should I keep it at 8? Look to the digit to the right. It's a 1. Following my rules, it's 4 or less. So I'm going to round down. So it's approximately 4,800. Remember, I didn't drop these. It wasn't just 48. No, remember, these digits, if it's a whole number, turn into zeros. It's different than the decimal. So 4,814 is closer to 4,800. And you can see by the number line. Here's my number. Closest number, or the closest 100 is 4,800. And the next one would be 4,900. But I'm closer to 4,800. I'm not even to the midpoint. So anything to the left of the midpoint drops down. Anything at or to the right on the midpoint goes up. Another kind of way to remember that. Okay. You have a Delta Math to practice rounding. The next page has workspace for you. But remember these rules right here. First, identify where you're rounding to. Look to the digit to the right. If it's 5 or more, you're going to round that place value up. If it's 4 or less, you're going to round it down by keeping that number that you're looking at, that place value. Now, if it's a whole number, the digits to the right of where you're looking become 0, all the way up to the decimal. If you're after the decimal, anything after the number you're looking for, just drop. Okay. Use these as examples if you need.